got my notes because CBS ain't playing. Not one bit. What's good, y'all? This is Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. And in this one, I'm breaking down season 1, episode number 82. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. And chat, I'm gonna need y'all in the comment section here. I'm gonna need you in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I know the last episode we going back and forth because I'm standing 10 toes down. Nicole, get behind me, girl. Get behind me. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about that in this video. But continue to still add your thoughts, share your thoughts, because we having conversations. Even in the comment section of my last video where I don't necessarily agree, I can have a conversation with y'all, and I love it. I love seeing y'all's perspectives. I'm gonna be real quick about the whole Nicole thing and why I'm standing on business with Nicole, because I think that we have normalized humbling women. Specifically, we have normalized humbling excellent Black women. And it's a little bit saddening for me to see how many Black women in my comment section are like, yeah, Ted told her off, and I'm glad Ted shut her down, and I'm glad Ted brought her off of her high horse. Because why would you advocate for that? Why would you advocate for another woman to be brought down a peg, brought down a size, chopped down a little bit? Yes, none of us are perfect, right? And I'm not saying that Nicole is perfect by any means. However, this episode 82, to me, showed exactly what is going on in Nicole's psyche and why she is reacting the way that she's reacting to the whole Andre and Dani news. And because she is a woman who has offered up so much grace, so much problem solving, ultimately her excellence has been cultivated so that it can be used by her family, used by her husband, used by her kids, used by her community to which she has uplifted. In a moment's notice, people turning on her and wanting to humble her, to me, is a slap in the face, because you're okay with Black women being your muse. You're okay with Black women doing all of your work, but you're not okay with the nuance and the complexity that also comes with this Black woman being a human. It's all fine and dandy when she's the perfect worker. It's all fine and dandy when she's the servant. It's all fine and dandy when you're getting something out of it. And that's something not being accountability. That's something not being any type of resentment or animosity behind some actions that you did. You're all fine and dandy if you don't have to experience those things. But if you take those things from Black women, specifically excellent Black women, then you're requesting for them to be robots. You're requesting for them to be androids. You're requesting them to be other than human. And that's not fair. Just because you operate in mediocrity doesn't mean that they have to. And when they decide that they aren't necessarily going to operate in the level of perfection, it doesn't mean that you get to throw salt in the wound or nana boo boo. You are trifling or you are whatever, and you need to be knocked down a peg. She's just having a human experience and having a human moment. And I don't remember the person who said it, but shout out to you. I'm going to go back and try to screenshot it so when I edit this, I can put it in. When I saw this comment, the person said, Nicole needs her mother. It clicked. That is exactly what this is. Nicole crashing out. Because this ain't even a crash out. We done seen some crash out. Nicole crashing out about Andre and Dani literally only happened because Anita isn't there to talk her off the ledge. And unfortunately, she has built up that particular system to be able to help her operate at such a high level of excellence. So now that her mom isn't there and her husband has betrayed her and they are already at odds, he takes the opportunity to throw salt in the wound, to further criticize her instead of filling the gap that she actually needs. And this is why in the comment section as well, I said that this conversation in episode 81 between Ted and Nicole would be the conversation that I use if I was Nicole, to say, you know what, I think I would start to consider divorce because he chose to kick her when she was at her lowest, or kick her when she wasn't operating in perfection, versus actually creating a safe space for her to be there, for her to be incorrect in her response, for her to be overdoing her response, but still feel love, still feel safe, and still be able to express herself. Because to Anita's point in this episode, she points out that you're not mad at Dani and Andre. You might be frustrated, you might be disappointed, but you need to take out the blame that you feel and the anger that you feel on the people that you actually feel it from. Right now, you're projecting onto Dani and Andre because it's the easiest target. And what y'all not going to do is play in Nicole's face as if she is just this raggedy ass woman, or she is not this amazing ethereal being that is deserving of grace as much as she is deserving of respect. I just gotta say it, okay? And since I already started talking about Nicole, let's talk about her because she gets a moment to talk to Anita. Anita pops up in this episode. She's back for one day and then all the family is excited to see her. And I really, really, really enjoyed this, y'all. I love how they structured and anchored the episode with Anita being back and everybody getting their little one-on-one time with her so they can all catch up with her. But then it also reminds the audience of where the characters are and you get to see the characters' thoughts. And then Anita providing her advice for them also acts as a way of like the audience being able to speak back to the character, but ultimately Anita, like a lot of the things that she was saying, I have been thinking about the characters. So it's like a refresh and like a validation point for me as an audience member. I just really, really enjoyed it. And that was the crux of the whole episode with the punch outs of like at the hospital with Andre and Ashley and at the hospital with Ted and Eva. And then at Orphe Jeans real quick with with Naomi and Jacob. Like those were like little moments to like interject so we didn't spend the entire episode at, Anita and Vernon's manor. But I really love the structure of this episode. I thought that it was very, very well done. So kudos to the writers. Now back to Nicole. When Nicole sits down to talk to Anita, it's after Dani, and Dani reveals like she's dating Andre, and that's the reason why Nicole was mad. Nicole was throwing shade and throwing shots from the very beginning, and I'm not mad at her. But also, y'all, when you hear me say that I'm not mad at Nicole, I also want you to go back through the last 80 something episodes when I was saying I'm not mad at Dani. I was not mad at Dani when she shut up that wedding. I was not mad at Dani when she broke into Bill's house and drank their wine and tore up they pictures. Like, I have offered Dani hella grace for way more, and it is mind-boggling to me how quickly so many people are willing to just throw Nicole out, like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as if she has done the most egregious thing when she literally has just overreacted. And her overreaction makes sense. Like, while I was struggling with it before, of like I couldn't pinpoint specifically what it is, once Anita started to articulate it, I'm like, yes, that is exactly what it is. I think also there's something to be said about picking the easier choice to be mad at, because you know that at the end of the day, Dani will forgive you. But if you give Ted the energy that you really want to give, will he leave you for good? If you give Eva the energy that you really want to give, will she not look up to you anymore? If you give Dana the energy that you really want to give, will you end up in prison? Those are all very real questions, right? Very, very real questions. And that in and of itself, to me, could be something that will persuade you to go harder in this area, because you still got to get that cathartic release out. You still got to express yourself. Again, Nicole is human, just like everybody else. And she's angry. She's frustrated. She's disappointed. She probably feels not only betrayal from Ted, but from herself. And she spoke to that a little bit in speaking to her mother in reference to like how she didn't see it. And ultimately, yes, Dani and Andre are two consenting adults, but Dani's choice to not come to Nicole, and not to say that she had to or she didn't, because that's like semantics, right, in their relationship. I think there's also something in reference to the betrayal, because Dani has been able to come to her sister about everything else, and her sister has been there and been in her corner and has not judged her and has supported her and has loved her and all of that kind of stuff. So now she picks this one moment to not say anything, and I think that's a choice. It's a selfish choice, but it's a choice, right? I think there's something to be said about Dani now getting in line with a pattern that's starting to arise with the people that she loves and cares about, not being truthful. And even if you don't want to tell me specifically what's going on, tell me something that's going on and you're not ready to talk about it yet, or you can't really express everything, but you don't want me to feel left out. I think that Nicole feels like she's not considered, and she considers everybody. And that's a hell of a feeling. It's a very, very real feeling. It's one that I definitely resonate with a lot. So when I saw last episode and Ted started to go in, I literally started to cringe, because I know what it feels like to be a Nicole. And while, you're not perfect in trying to be perfect or trying to perform as best as you can for all those around you, a lot of times the more you excel and excel consistently, and you operate in maturity and you're progressing in life, people forget that you are a person and you have very real human moments, right? So I resonated with that immediately. I'm so sad that so many of y'all are not, but alas, the world is vast, and maybe some people will now learn and open up their minds for this. I think that also some of the women who are like excited and cheering for Nicole to get humbled, I would hope that you wouldn't want people to humble you, even if you are not operating like a Nicole Dupree, right? Like maybe you are operating at a different level in life, a different economic level, a different social level, a different maturity level. You are still, due certain grace, especially if you're operating with any type of intention and consideration of others. So to advocate for something else against another woman would be also advocating for that against yourself, which seems weird to me. But that's just me. That's just me, honey. It seemed like after Nicole talked to Anita, she was gonna be okay, because when she came back in and Vernon's like, oh, maybe she brokered a ceasefire, maybe y'all gonna be good, and Nicole's like, yeah, me and Dani can handle this. They wound up at Uptown, and Dani and Nicole like have a little bit of back and forth, and she's just like, it's fine, sis, I understand, you do apologize, I accept your apology. And Nicole's like, no, I don't apologize. And what about it? What I think was driven home in reference to Nicole's perspective about Andre and Dani in this episode specifically, y'all, is that she's feeling torn as well. Dani is her sister, will always be her sister, but Andre is a nephew, and while he's a nephew by marriage, he still feels like a nephew, a regular ass nephew, a full on blood ass nephew. And knowing, right, that Andre has a reputation for being a womanizer, and her sister just was divorced and left for a younger person and completely dismissed, and now is distraught about it. She doesn't want that to happen again by getting attached to Andre. But then she also knows that her sister hasn't let Bill go, right? So then you are now, like she said, you are a short-term solution to a long-term problem. The long-term problem being Dani's ultimate happiness, fulfillment, partnership. And you have not shown ever any capacity to be able to fill that hole. So why are you taking up this space now? Go find some other hole to play with, basically. And Nicole ain't gonna say it that way, but I feel like that's what she's trying to say. Don't play with my sister. Go play with somebody else. You want to play house? You want to practice? You want to do something else? Go play with my sister. She already got some other stuff going on. I don't have time for her to put two in your ass because you pissed her off and played with her heart. And I don't have the time for the drama that comes from getting intertwined with Bill, because maybe Nicole also sees something that she's not speaking to, right? Like she wants Dani to move on. She wants to push Dani to date as well. Like she's not opposed to Dani dating, but I wouldn't be surprised how well Nicole knows Dani and how she sussed it out at the beginning of, like, she felt there was some energy there when this makes for when Nicole thought it was them, like kicking it with each other or whatever, and Dani lied and gaslit her. That was when the betrayal actually happened. And what y'all not going to do is take that from Nicole. But I also think that Nicole knows Dani very well enough to know that maybe her and Bill are not done. Not to say that Bill is going to get back with her, but you can see on both sides that they are picking at each other. So there's something on both sides. Like, yes, he's still married, but he's still engaging with Dani in a way that's unhealthy as well. And maybe she don't want Andre exposed to that, having to take the wrath of Bill Hamilton. Like, it is so complicated with them trying to have this relationship because there are so many ties and it's so weird. Like, yes, the age and the seam and the looks of it, right? The optics is the one thing, it's the surface thing. But when you really get into the weeds about it, you two both seem very emotionally unavailable, liking other people, never shown a committed relationship, just got a committed relationship in the most terrible way. Dani's ass is unhinged. You are flighty and could leave any moment. Like, it just feels like, okay, I get it. I really do get it. Now Nicole isn't using all of those words to actually say it. And that's the one thing that I can give her criticism about in this is, like, one thing to say, oh sis, this is inappropriate. Oh sis, da 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 da. It's another thing to take time to listen to your sister and then communicate your very real concerns point by point by point to your sister. However, I don't think that Nicole is in that place. I think that Nicole is being worn thin by just how much people are expecting her to be mature. Like, she just 2 episodes ago had to give Eva a pep talk to go and work for her damn dad, the same dad that she's trying her best to, like, get over and, like, not get over, but, like, move past the betrayal with and, like, move on with her life. And then now 2 episodes later, after she is the reason why Eva is even at your damn office, you in here talking about some she need to come off of her high horse. She came off of her high horse enough to coach up your illegitimate ass bastard daughter. Oh, but she need to come off of her high horse. That's the part that y'all are, like, really losing me. Because, yes, she took a stance when it comes to this Andre and Dani thing. But Nicole, while she is prime and prissy and poised, she be getting into the damn weeds with all these people in their drama. And she do not make them feel bad about it. She is literally open and receiving and loving and kind with them. So, like, y'all turning on her right now is just wild to me. But I'm not going to harp on it. I already been here for too damn long anyway. I love this episode. It's so much specificity in it. Going to Dani, right? I don't think that Anita co-signed Dani and Andre because she actually wants Dani to date Andre. I think she co-signed Dani and Andre because it's the lesser of two evils. I think that if Andre can do a good job of distracting Dani from her love for Bill and desiring Bill and wanting Bill to come back, then she's all for it. And then we also have to remember that Nicole has a tie to Andre that Anita does not. Anita don't give a damn about Andre. Andre is not a damn Dupree. Her daughter is. And if this is going to distract her, then baby, ride it all the time that you possibly can. Do your damn thug thizzle. Anita has been on this earth long enough that she knows which battles to fight and which ones not to. And she also knows her daughter enough to know that Dani might have to go through this, right? This is just the very first relationship after her divorce. She probably is like, it's going to be others. It's unfortunate that it has to be Andre, but if he consenting and he knows the deal and yada, 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 and he's kind to you, then baby, go ahead. Come tell me when it's the next one. It's fine. It's all good. That's what I took from Anita. And I get it. And when you think about the characters and like their different perspectives, their different lived experiences, how they're actually responding to this makes complete and utter sense, which is why I'm saying it. The writing, chef's kiss. Now, let me go to my notes because I'm just ranting at this point. And I got notes, y'all. Okay, actually, I am going to still just rant because what the do you mean, Ashley? I'm just going to go here real quick. What do you mean? What do you mean? 2 days after Derek dumps your ass and tells you that he thinks it's somebody else and you, no, it's not nobody else. I promise it's not nobody else. You want to go on a date with Andre because he knows you and he's a serial dater and that would be your best practice. How is you cool? And Andre, are you cool? Because what in the hell I know what in the hell would make you think you've been pining after this white woman for God knows how long. We still don't know why. We still don't know what the attraction is. How the hell you have Daddy Dupree in your arms, in your bed, in your head, and you still turning to look at Ashley's ass? Somebody make it make sense in the comments. I need you to do it. I need you to do it. I'm going to lose my damn mind if somebody don't do it. I'm just... Y'all, the fact that Ashley asked Andre on a date in this episode, but she wants Derek to believe that she's in, and that she likes him and she loves him and she only sees herself with him. Girl, it's been maybe 2 days. And you're going to take your ass 2 days later to where you turned this boy's proposal down. Take your ass over there with Andre. He's been jealous of Andre from the damn beginning. You think that he's not going to walk in? You finna get caught up. And I don't even give a damn about Derek's feelings or your feelings and if this torpedoes your relationship forever. Because I don't give a damn about y'all. What I give a damn about is Dani Dupree. And I had hopes for Andre Richardson. They could have made it work. Andre is talking to Ted at the top of this episode. Yes, I'm all in, but Dani not, and I'm there, and I want to try this and whatever. Clearly not. Clearly not. Because you finna go walk into Uptown, and she over there Uptown arguing with her damn sister about you. And you come in with this white woman. And then all that's going to leave for Nicole to do is say, I mean, sissy, I didn't want to tell you I told you so, but and ain't nobody can be mad at her. Nobody can be mad at her. That's all I would say about that. They playing with us and it's fine because we knew it was coming. They're going to have to get it up this way. Andre, that's all I know. Get it in and out your system quickly. You better realize the mediocrity that you're trying to dine on and then bring your ass back to excellence. That's all I know. That's all I know because you can quickly be added to the list. Don't worry about it, Andre. You ain't that fine that you can't be added to the list because we got Jacob, honestly. Y'all two look exactly the same to me, except for he's a committed man, a married man. He got a lot more going for him other than he's best friends with Derek's ass. That's the worst thing about him to me. I could toss Andre's ass onto the list very quickly if he decides to choose wrong. Study long, you're going to choose wrong. Erica, get back on point. Okay. Eva's first day. Oh, it's Eva's first day. But I thought yesterday, all the staff was just so excited about how perfect she is. And she's just doing so swimmingly well. And then here you go calling Kat to come and train her ass. Baby, please come and train her because you promised to train your replacement. But I thought she already got it. I thought that you had said, Eva, that you was going to do anything that Kat could do better. When you can't even understand the words that's coming out of his mouth. What are you talking about? Baby, Eva is so cute. And again, I love Amber. Her performances as Eva are great. But Eva as a character, I'm on her ass, y'all. I am putting belt to ass when it comes to Eva, because you still, even in the moment of Kat coming, putting her pride aside to teach you some shit that you needed to be able to figure out on your damn own, but you can't. You still got some salty words for her. You still got anger. You still got animosity. You still got resentment, and you are the wrong one. And then you have the nerve to try to throw Tomas in her damn face. Like, Eva, what is you on? Again, how is you cool? Because it's giving you absolutely not cool. It's giving you always shaking and stirred. It's giving take your ass back to your mama's apartment if you want to be on this bullshit. And I need Ted to see it. Ted, you over there at the damn house that you trying to get back into, talking about Nicole need to come off a high horse. Your daughter need to raise her goddamn standards and stop slumming in the gutter. Your daughter need to stop being so resentful. Your daughter need to cultivate a damn personality of her own. Your daughter need to stop having so much animosity for your other daughter. And your other daughter has rightful animosity for that daughter, because she's still lying to your ass and being mediocre at that. Dress well, super cute, but mediocre. Now, I gotta talk about everybody, so I'm just gonna do it. Speaking of mediocrity, specifically with the black girls, what y'all not gonna do, CBS, is have Kat only be able to talk to Chelsea about real life because Chelsea talking about men get all weird about virginity. You should too. You've been throwing that cat at every married person. You are lying to you, not only yourself, but your grandparents about how you was in a relationship when you were swinging with freaking married couples, fell in love with a woman and wanted her to leave her husband for your stupid ass. That was not a relationship. And you want to downplay how important it is that Kat takes a second, or that Tomas doesn't actually want to take her virginity right now because he's being weird. Ho, you are 100% not cool, and I'm not even going to ask you. You're gone. Like, Chelsea is gone, and it is so sad when the prettiest girl with all of the opportunities in the world, literally everything laid out in front of you, your world is your damn oyster. You choose to be stupid. You choose to be a trollop. You choose to devalue yourself in this way. Like, the way that Chelsea talks about sex, knowing that Kat's a virgin and it doesn't even matter. It's like, oh, it's not that big a deal. You made the choice and finally, like, yes, Kate, blah, blah, blah. Kat needs some more friends. She needs a balanced set of opinions because this is a big deal. And no, I'm not being a prude about it. Your first time is a very big deal. And choosing a great person for it to be is important. I would argue that it's one of the pillars in cultivating your sexual self-esteem. Like, what are we talking about here? Chelsea, you the one talking about some, oh, it don't matter and boys being weird. That's why you throwing that cat now at married couples. That's why you think that you can break up a married damn couple with your punani wrongfully. So yeah, you are not the person to be listened to. You should be sitting here and shutting the hell up, Kat. Chelsea, just look cute. Because every time you open your mouth, Grandma, I'm in love. With what? You met this lady 4 days ago. Chelsea, please. Y'all, I fear that Chelsea might be right next to Ashley and they're like, why are y'all here? And then you got a sister like Naomi and you still goofy? Like, your older sister is Naomi and this is what you come up with. That's who you have as an older sister and a resource, and this is what you come up with for your life. Child, let me make sure I'm hitting all my other points because I've been talking too damn long at this point. Child, I gotta take a second, y'all, and just talk about some of the dialogue points that, like, really either were interesting or grind my gear. I'm gonna start with grind my gear. If Tomas were my man, I wouldn't leave him unattended for long. If he can be taken because you go to work, because you a boss, then he was never your man. You sound pathetic, Eva. I'm fulfilling a need and keeping Big Bad Bill at bay. That is what Nicole is afraid of, baby. You are using Andre. Not you running smack dab into the point, Dani. Okay, girl. The spectacle of you dating your almost nephew, Nicole. Are you really concerned about what it looks like? Because I don't feel like you're concerned about what it looks like. But I already spent the first half of this video talking about that. I just felt like the dialogue was chef's kiss. Because it's like, girl, relax. But this was, they put the words together. Heights don't mean anything if you don't conduct yourself well on the way up. He still don't hear you though, Anita. Martin don't hear you at all. I already mentioned that she said it's time to blame the people who really hurt you. I really, really love that. And she spoke to that. And then the other one is people have been lying to protect the ones that they love since the beginning of time. And then Nicole responds, people lie to protect themselves from the consequences of their actions. That's the one right there. And before I go into like the rest of the stuff from the episode, I think that that's the part that people are missing. Like, yes, sometimes we tell ourselves that we lied to protect this particular person, but ultimately we lied because we cared a little bit too much about what this person thought and their validation than what we thought and what we felt. We lied because we wanted to maintain a perception versus show who we really are. We lied because we were insecure in the moment. And not to say that any of those things are necessarily inherently wrong, but that's not you protecting somebody else. That is you protecting yourself. That is you protecting your ego. And I think that that's the theme that they're focusing on right now with the Nicole character. And the more people that realize it both on the screen with her and then in the audience, I think the better everybody would be, because ultimately even these little white lies don't do a world of good in strengthening your relationships and strengthening your self-esteem or your confidence around whatever the thing is that you're lying about, or moving you forward in the actions that you take around whatever the thing is that you're lying about. So ultimately, it's delaying the inevitable because it's going to come out anyway, and then it's also harming you. So like, why lie? That to me is chef's kiss. And that's what I'm getting from it. I don't know if y'all picking up what they putting down, but that's what I'm getting from it. Now, Jacob meets with Smitty, or runs down on Smitty in this episode. He pushes him to go back to Martin and get additional answers because their little thing has kind of like stalled, and he needs to understand. He still believes that his father has nothing to do with it, and Martin will be the person to provide additional insight, especially after Martin walked into that whole meeting of the minds last episode. So now he has even more context, even though Martin doesn't know the specifics or can't remember the specifics because of the trauma tied to it. Even though Martin does have a moment of like reassuring Smitty at the end of the episode and like saying that he's taken a lot and he has benefited a lot from the sacrifice that Smitty has given, you would think that he's setting him up to tell him the truth about this moment. But I think that this is a diversion as well. And he's going to run out because he has to go meet the little busboy to pay him at the casino later on in the day, which will be tomorrow's episode. But child, you ain't slick, Martin. We peeped that. Now, what I also want to focus on really quick is how Ted admitted to Andre when they were talking early in the episode that the reason why Nicole is struggling with forgiveness right now is his fault because he wronged her. And I'm like, okay, so you can say this here, but you was over there talking about some come off of your pedestal princess. Which one is it? Because if you really are sitting in your wrongs and being accountable for your wrongs, then you're going to sit in whatever the season looks like for her to take the time to process and heal through it. You don't get to wrong somebody and then rush their asses through the feeling process and through all of the consequences that come from them emotionally from feeling wronged. That's why I didn't believe you when you said it. Like, I heard you with the certain things that you were saying in reference to like your positioning, but I also was like, Ted, you're full of and I'm glad that she called you on it, because you're not mad that she is pedestalized in a way or gives off perfect. You're mad that you can't keep up and you're mediocre at best when you thought that you was perfect as well. You thought that you was excellent as well. Step your cookies up, Ted. And I think that's pretty much it, y'all. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comment section if I missed anything. I think I touched on everything from the episode, and I really did enjoy this episode, just like I enjoyed the last two episodes. This has been such a great week, and I'm like, okay, CBS, was this giving birthday gift? Was y'all trying to give? After the whole little list debacle and the emails and all of that, y'all came with it this week with back-to-back episodes that are giving and grounded in story and character development, and I love it. Okay, we see y'all. Now, let me actually check this while I'm recording before I say this, and I don't know for sure. Nope, I don't see it. Did they stop? Maybe they stopped doing it. I don't have a CBS email yet, y'all. And they updated it and put me on the list twice, so I'm starting to get 2 emails. They must have sent it to. Oh, nope, they did send it. There you go. I'm gonna have y'all next week on, because I'm looking at the email right now. I thank y'all so much for watching. I cannot wait to see your thoughts in the comment section and for us to further those conversations. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you've been enjoying my Beyond the Gates coverage, and I'll see you in the next one.